Hi, welcome to Advocate for Your Rights from the Disability Law Center of Virginia. I'm Brett Parks. Today, we continue our Informed Decisions series with a discussion about advanced directives, or ADs for short. ADs are legal documents that allow you to spell out your decisions about health and end-of-life care ahead of time. They're an important tool, not just for people with disabilities, but for everyone. To help us understand ADs, we're joined by Dana Trainum, Senior Staff Attorney for the Disability Law Center of Virginia. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Brett.
So tell me, what can you do with the ADs?
Well, you can actually do a lot. That's why they're such a powerful tool. With an advanced directive, you can choose someone to make decisions for you if you're ever in a position where you can't make decisions for yourself. That part is called a power of attorney, or POA. You can also put in writing how you want to be treated and cared for if you're at the end of your life, and that part of it's called a living will. You can put in writing other healthcare decisions, doctors, medications, those sort of preferences. You can put that in writing. That's called the medical directive. You can even put in there if you want to be an organ donor. So there's a lot you can do with an advanced directive. It's a very powerful tool.
Very interesting. Now, are these especially important with people with disabilities?
I think so. And the reason I say that is because it's an alternative to guardianship often. A lot of times when someone is seeking guardianship, one of the main things that they're looking for is the ability to make decisions, medical decisions for someone. And that can be covered in a power of attorney document as well as in a guardianship. And so it's a powerful alternative to guardianship for people with intellectual and cognitive disabilities and also those folks in mental health recovery.
So what's the difference between an advanced directive and a power of attorney?
That's a really good question, and it is a vocabulary issue that a lot of people get confused. An advanced directive is, I like to think of it as an umbrella, and under that umbrella fall different parts. So we talked about a power of attorney, and we talked about living will, the medical directive, whether you want to be an organ donor or not, the Ulysses Clause that we're going to talk about later. Those are all part of the advanced directive. The power of attorney is just one part of that document.
So what kind of decisions can your agent make for you?
Well, it depends on what type of power of attorney we're talking about. So far we've been talking about a healthcare power of attorney. And in a healthcare power of attorney, like we've said, your agent can make medical decisions for you when you're not able to. You can also have a financial power of attorney. And with a financial power of attorney, your agent can make decisions, obviously, about financial decisions. Bank accounts, credit cards, loans, lawsuits, landlord issues, anything that has to do with your finances. And for those folks who are in special education, they can also have an educational power of attorney. And that allows parents to still have a say in their child's special education once the child turns 18 and becomes an adult.
We've been talking a lot about advanced directives with people with disabilities. Now, how does it benefit people without disabilities? Can you explain that?
Sure. An advanced directive is important for all of us because, Brett, as you know, life can change in an instant. And any of us at any point in time can become incapacitated. We can be involved in an injury or have an illness overtake us that would cause us to lose capacity. And when that happens, it's too late to put things in place. We need to put things in place ahead of time. So when that time comes and we're not able to speak for ourselves, there's somebody already on board who's going to speak for us and make decisions for us.
Well, thank you, Dana. This was incredible, and I learned a lot. And thank you for watching. We have even more helpful information on our website, dlcv.org. Remember to advocate for your rights.
The Disability Law Center of Virginia is here for you. We can help you understand your rights and point you towards resources to help address any problems related to your disability. You can contact us by calling 1-800-552-3962 or visiting our website at www.dlcv.org.
This video contains general information for educational purposes. This should not be considered legal advice. It is not a comprehensive statement of the law and may not reflect more recent legal developments. If you have specific questions concerning any matter contained in this video, or if you need legal advice, please consult with an attorney.